So, hello and welcome back to another week where I'm going to whine about the weather. I mean, honestly, what else is the big news this week? It's definitely been a weather-filled week. I didn't make it into town this week because every day I thought about going to town, there was a winter storm warning. The first winter storm that we were supposed to get this week honestly was a big nothing burger, but this second one has definitely been much worse. I hope you guys had a fantastic week, but I decided today, which I'm recording this on Saturday to go up tomorrow on Sunday, I decided that I was just going to film some of the snow, film some of the birds. I felt so bad for them. We were actually on the edge several times of blizzard conditions today. So I honestly don't have a clue how much snow we actually got. It's kind of hilarious. I'm thinking somewhere around 7 or 8 inches, so not the worst storm we've ever had by far, but most of the time our wind was, I think, gusting up to about 65 miles an hour. It was blowing the snow and the poor birds sideways. I felt so bad for them. They all looked very cold. I kept going out and putting more seeds out, but every time I went out to put more seeds out, I had to shove more snow off the deck. And it was definitely a week of weather. Other than that, not a whole heck of a lot going on. I'm having a lot of fun reading The Death of Sleep. I hope you guys are enjoying listening to it if you listen to those. Also having a lot of fun doing the World of Warcraft playthrough that I'm doing, mostly because we're now into the Bronze Dragonflight area, which is full of all sorts of time shenanigans, and who doesn't love time shenanigans and all of that. But honestly, the big story this week was just the weather. I think my cats have the right idea. The minute I turn on my electric blanket, they just curl up on top of it and sleep. And I'm really starting to think that maybe a lot of my critter friends have the right idea in this whole hibernation thing. It's too bad humans can't do that. I would totally hibernate. I don't know about you guys. But the blue jays don't hibernate, and I had a surprise bunch of birds at the feeder today. I'm fairly sure, and they're near the end of the video, but I'm fairly sure that they're goldfinches, just all in their winter plumage, and I thought they were very cute. Almost as cute as I find the mourning doves to be. I don't know what it is about mourning doves. They're kind of derpy birds, but they just make me happy. I feel like everything is trying to eat them, and you can never actually get close to them. But they're one of those birds that you can tell that it's a mourning dove even if you can't see it, because they are not quiet when they fly. They're kind of like woodpeckers in that. Woodpeckers are another bird that it's like, woodpecker just went flying by, because they just fly loud, if that makes sense to anybody. Speaking of the woodpeckers, I was having so much fun watching them playing peekaboo around that pole. It just made me happy. And then there were all of the cute little tiny juncos who, I've looked up juncos before, and supposedly they live in this area year-round, but you only ever see them in the winter. I don't know where they go the rest of the year, or if maybe they just show up better when they have snow. But I never see them any time other than winter. Unless maybe they just, go hide out in the woods and don't worry about anything else. It's entirely possible. I know the blue jays, I see them year-round, but they are definitely way more active in the winter. Or at least more active around the feeders in the winter. It's funny because I'm sure they appreciate the food, but it's sort of a mutually beneficial thing, because I appreciate just as much the fact that they are there and keeping me entertained with their antics year-round. So it makes me happy. I mean, they get the food, and they kind of just make my winter days a little bit brighter, which is why I was so happy when I got the new windows last year, because before that, my windows were so, I guess leaky isn't the right word, but it kind of is the right word. They were so bad that you could feel wind just blowing through them, even though they were like full-on windows. And so most winters, unless it was really, really about 40 degrees, 35 to 40 degrees, I would just put blankets in front of the windows, which made my winters even darker. So at least now I can leave the curtains open during the daytime, which is kind of nice. Also, I'm still not entirely sure that any of the birds are actually eating the seeds. You see them, because I zoomed in really close while I was filming them, and you see them picking up the seeds and mouthing them, but it almost doesn't look like the little goldfinches ever bother actually eating them. Birds are weird. I'm not one of those birds aren't real people, but birds are definitely weird little critters. They make me happy, though. Especially when I get big flocks. I'm kind of looking forward to and hoping that I get the big flocks of grosbecs that come in usually. I've only seen them once, and it was only about 15 of them. But they might be finding plenty of food, at least up until it all just got buried in snow. Also, if you can hear in the background, Parky has now decided that it is time to get up and start running around the house, unlike when I was filming him at the start of the day when he was like, no, it's nap time. I really do think cats have the right idea, though. Sleep 16 hours a day, do 500 laps around the house, eat something, and go back to sleep again. Anyway, I hope that you didn't mind me rambling at you too much, and thank you for watching. Be sure and hit the thumbs up button if I entertained you at all, and I will see you guys later on. Have a good one.